Hey guys, what's going on? Curl back here yet again, representing the 40 Call YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related video. There's another article gone up on the Warhammer 40,000 community page about the Inquisition and a couple of the characters that's coming out from on there to do with 9th edition. So we're going to do a video and have a little discussion about it. If you're new to 40 Call, if this is the first time you've seen one of our videos, we post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day, like today when there's loads of articles go up. So we would really like you to watch the video all the way through, and if you're impressed by what we do, hit that like button, and if you're really impressed by what we do, even hit the subscribe button. We've gained a load of subs, like I said in the previous video, over the last 48 hours, like 10 subs. I've come back on now, and it's gone up again. We're up to like 47 subs, so thank you very much, guys. The best thing that I've seen so far, though, by far, is the comments. Loads of comments have gone up, especially about the Tyranids. It's really good to see there's a load of Nid players out there, and they're looking forward to the Tyranids in 9th edition and what they can do. There's really good back and forth comments, guys. Thank you very much. Keep them coming. But anyway, this video is going to be about Pariah, which is one of the upcoming releases for Warhammer 40k 9th edition. And I'm going to try and pronounce these names. Don't laugh at me, right? It's Stern and Kyganil of the Bloody Tears. If I pronounce that wrong, fair enough. But anyway, here's the video about it. Let's get into it. I haven't looked at this, by the way. I've literally come back from rugby training and seeing this is on, and we're going to get a video done. So they're often considered a pair of wanderers and outcasts. But what else do we know about Stern and Kyganil? Today we're taking a look at their storied backgrounds along with how they perform on the battlefield. And then we have the models in question with some Sisters of Battle taking on some Necron forces, I believe. I think those are Necron forces. Sure they are. There's only one army who can look like that. Okay, so we'll start with Stern. Stern was once a seraphim of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, but fate had far greater things in store for her. On the planet of Parnas, she was brought low by the followers of a demon of Slanesh. The same greater demon had taken hundreds of Stern's sisters captive in a flesh prison called the Screaming Cage. This eternal punishment magnified the faith of those imprisoned sisters, and they were able to pour all their energy into Stern's broken form and propel her back to life. Alright, quality. Now she wields the knowledge of an entire order, along with the mysterious powers that could only have come from the God Emperor himself. Wow, she's OP. Since then, she has spent centuries being hunted by both the forces of chaos and parts of the Inquisition, the latter of which consider her to be a heretical witch. Oh, this is the girl with the cape. I'm not sure on the cape. There's something about it. I don't know whether it's the action of her falling and the cape going against gravity. I'm not sure on it, to be honest. It's not leaping out at me. But the other model is. So we'll go and we'll read on this and see what the other model has on offer. Oh, we've got some stats. Cool. So we've heard a little bit about her mysterious past. Let's look at something that's a bit more concrete. Her in-game characteristics. So she has a 7-inch movement, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill is a 3+, strength and toughness a 4. She has 6 wounds. That's a lot of wounds. 4 attacks, leadership a 9, and she saves on a 3+. So she's an expert fighter, needs a blade to match. And in Sanctity, Stern has just that. So we've got Sanctity, which is range is melee, type melee. Strength is +1, which would make it a 5. It's AP -3, which is really powerful. And it's a flat 2 damage. So AP -3 with 4 attacks. Strength 5, very cool. Like that. With a damage characteristic of 2, she'll be making light work of most infantry in the game. If it's not already enough of a reason for an enemy units to keep their distance, Stern's special rule certainly is. And it's called Demon Fuge, I think. Demon Fuge. At the start of your shooting phase, roll 2d6, adding 2 to the result if there are chaos units within 18 inches of Stern. On a 5+, the nearest enemy unit within 18 inches of and visible to Ephraim's Stern suffers D3 mortal wounds. Okay. If the result is 9 or more, the unit instead suffers D6 mortal wounds. Okay, so it's just like her posh way of saying smite, but you get to add 2 to the result if it's against chaos. Okay. And you're looking for 9. So basically off 2d6, you're going to have to try and roll a 7, which honestly isn't that hard. That's not bad at all. And just to pass it off, it's on a 5+, the nearest enemy unit within 18 inches of Stern suffers D3. So that's really cool. That's actually quite a powerful, potent spell and ability. I like that a lot. Rolling a 7 against chaos. And it's not demons either, which is normally the thing. It's chaos keyword in particular. So any chaos faction, the Black Legion, Thousand Sons, Alpha Legion, anything like that is going to be getting a lot. And it's probably, statistically, it's going to roll D6 mortal wounds quite often. Think of it as a mini smite. A mini smite, it's better than smite, but without the fear of perils of the warp. See, even better. So you can't even perils on it. And one that your enemy can't even attempt to deny. So you can't even deny it. No perils. It has a better chance of a D6, and you can't deny it. Excellent. Truly, this is the blessing of the Emperor. It is. That's one of the best smites I've ever seen. Stern is an amazing fighter in her own right, but she's never alone. And we've got Kyganil of the Bloody Tears. Every Stern is bound by destiny to a mysterious former harlequin of the laughing god called Kyganil. An outcast from his own people, he has found his place at Stern's side, and has been rumoured to be trying to lead her towards the repository of forbidden law known as the Black Library. Now this model I like. The detail in this model, the base, the swords crossed behind the back, the little things like the buttons on the shoes. I love this model. I think this model is really cool. But what is Kyganil like on the battlefield? So he has an 8-inch movement, a bit better. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, we've got 2+, 3+, that's the same. He is slightly weaker in strength and toughness at 3. He has 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership's 9, and saves on a 6+. Saves on a 6+. Okay. He comes armed with a pair of deadly blades, and he clearly has the skills to use them. They're called the Outcast Blades. It is range type melee, strength user, AP -1, 1 damage. Make 2 hit rolls for each attack made with this weapon instead of 1. Make 2 hit rolls. So that's 8 attacks going out. It's only strength 3. Hitting on 2s, probably wounded on 5s. AP -1, 1 damage. Not the most powerful character. It's the save on the 6+ I'm interested in. As well as being slicing his way through the enemy warriors, he's also a perfect bodyguard for Stern. Although why he's trying to keep the Demifuge alive still remains a secret. And he has an ability or a power called Mysterious Saviour. Whilst this model is within 3 inches of friendly Ephraim Stern, the model, roll 1d6 each time that model would lose a wound. On a 5+, the wound is not lost. So basically he's a buff. He's a buff character to Stern, giving her a 5+ feel no pain. Stern's model is very powerful by itself. Sticking this guy next to him is just mental. The only thing I'm worried about is he's not going to have much survivability. If he saves on a 6+, anything with AP-, anything, he's not going to get a save. And with 5 wounds, he might go down fairly quick. Make sure that you keep the Eldari near the Stern and give thanks to the God Emperor, or maybe the Laughing God, as she shrugs off 1/3 of all wounds. Well, I don't know how long that would last, but fair enough. Stern and Kyganil are a great addition to any army, and they can be included in any Imperium detachment without taking up a slot. Great quality, just like the Zort. That's really good. I like that. The Wanderer's ability also gives you some flexibility and incredible flexible options when it comes to deployment. Wanderers. Neither Stern or Kyganil can be your warlord. In addition, during deployment, you can set up these models in the web way instead of setting them up on the battlefield. If you do, at the end of one of your movement phases, you can set up these models anywhere on the battlefield within 3 inches of each other and more than 9 inches away from the enemy models. Okay, so that says at the end of one of your movement phase, so any movement phase, could be the end of turn 1, you could bring them on. So it's a good way to keep them surviving for at least a turn if you don't go first. If you don't get first turn, these guys are probably going to end up being best in the webway and then coming out 9 inches away, and then hopefully, if you can get them into cover, leaping into action come turn 2. So what could be better than a Sister of Battle and a Harlequin appearing out of nowhere to cut down the enemies of the Imperium? Use them to hunt down characters where Stern can wield her demifuge ability before the pair of them charge in to finish off the target. Stern and Kyganil are available in pre-order on Saturday, along with the Pariah, the final chapter of the Psychic Awakening saga. This weekend, you can also get your hands on the new Ephraim Stern and Heretic Saint Mega Limited Edition from the Black Library, which brings these two characters fully into the era in Dominus. In the meantime, grab a Retributor squad to provide some cover and firepower for the Sainted Saviour and her Adari comrade. So that's very good. That article is very interesting to me. I like how Games Workshop are letting you use these new models in any Imperium detachment as well as things like the Zord. It's not just going to be Space Marines or Imperial Guard. You're going to have key characters from different parts that you can put on the battlefield just to give that bit more colour, that bit more flavour on the battlefield. I would be tempted by these, actually. I would be really tempted by these. If I can get some money together, I might... It's either something like this or the Zord. I think I'd still like to get the Zord. I've said it before in some videos. I think the Zord just on the tabletop would just be random and really cool to look at and draw the eye. But these two are a hot second. These are a close second. But anyway, what do you guys think? If you're still watching the video all the way at the end, hit that like button. It really does the channel a lot of good. Any likes for a channel this small is really appreciated. So if you could do it, guys, thank you. And if you really like the channel, really like what we do, hit that subscribe button. We put videos out like this every single day. Come on, join the channel, be part of the group. We would love to have more subscribers on board and get ourselves up to 50 subs. But let me and Cole know what you think, guys. Are you tempted by these models? Are you not tempted? Have you got other ideas for your army in mind? Do you think these would work well with certain factions? Let me and Cole know. We love to read your comments and we reply to every single comment that we get. So the quicker you put the comment on, the quicker we can reply. But that's going to be it, guys. This is going to be Kel signing out for 40 Call, saying stay safe, look after each other, and until next time, guys, we'll see you later.